John, and I'm glad that you...
Have a good afternoon. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hello. It's lovely to see you all here. We've got a great afternoon, great way to start the afternoon, I think, and I think we're all going to share in something very special. My name is Rosemary Johnston. I'm Professor of Education and Culture at UTS, and I'm a member of the Advisory Board of Affinity. And on behalf of Affinity, I want to welcome you here, all here this afternoon. I want to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, who are the traditional custodians of this land on which we are now standing, and we pay our respect to elders past and present. Welcome to everybody. For those attending an Affinity event for the first time, let me just briefly tell you something about this organisation. It was formed by a group of young Australian Muslims in the year 2000 and incorporated in 2001. Their aim is to promote multiculturalism and intercultural exchange and interfaith debate. For this reason, Affinity organises lots of these sorts of functions: breakfasts and lunchtime seminars and study tours and cultural exhibitions, Ramadan, iftar dinners, home encounter initiatives, and many, many more. And you're always welcome to participate in these functions. Today, our keynote speaker, I'm looking forward to it greatly, is Professor Ori Z from Georgetown University in the United States. I met him a few days ago, and I've really been looking forward to hearing what he's going to talk about today. It's a wonderful, a tantalising sort of topic, which is finding spirituality through art in the modern world, through Jewish, Christian and Islamic perspectives. So we're looking forward to that very much, Ori. And we have a very appropriate facilitator for Professor Soltes' talk, Mr. John Cleary. John Cleary, many of you will know. He's one of Australia's most highly respected commentators on religion, known and loved across Australia for the program Sunday Nights, broadcast on ABC local radio on 702. And lots of us will have gone to bed on Sunday night listening to John Cleary. The program is broadcast across the region on Radio Australia. Some people will know him as one of the original Compass team on ABC TV, or maybe from the Religion Report when that started on Radio National in the early 1990s, or as the co-presenter of the Radio National philosophy program Meridian, or as the presenter of Forum, which was later on called Insights, which was a religious interview program similar to the second hour of Sunday Nights Live. Or maybe you know him from a regular spot he used to do on the ABC Youth Network on Triple J. Hands up who knows him from that. One young fella. He used to chat with Angela Caterns and Jen Aldershaw, unpacking religious traditions in a light, entertaining way. In 1984, he was awarded a British Council Chevening Fellowship to look at religion and media in the UK. And in 1994, his book Salvo on the Salvation Army in Australia was awarded the Australian Christian Book of the Year. In 2008, he compared the interfaith event held by the Catholic Church in conjunction with World Youth Day and the visit of Benedict XVI. And over recent years, his radio program, as I said before, Sunday Nights on ABC Radio, has maintained a particular and sometimes very challenging and always interesting focus on multi-faith issues. Well, what a treat we're in for. Please join me in welcoming John to the podium, and John is going to introduce Ori. Thank you.
Thanks for that generous introduction, Rosemary.
I'm actually particularly thrilled to be here this afternoon because I think the topic is one which has always intrigued me. Religion and spirituality and art in the Australian context. It's, you know, for some it's almost an oxymoron. You know, the country's only 200 years old. Where do you get spirituality and art? That 200 years is not enough time. I'm reminded of the wonderful line by the poet Arthur David Hope, A.D. Hope, in his definitive poem, Australia, in which he said this: "They call her a young country, but they lie. She is the last of lands, the emptiest." That could only be said by a European. The culture of Australia and Australia's spirituality belongs to a tradition that's 50,000 years old. We Europeans, from wherever we come as migrants, look at that and for much of our history have seen nothing but the emptiness. Hope ends his poem with another line that perhaps more accurately reflects where we are today. He says, "If still from the deserts the prophets come, perhaps in that land such savage scarlet shall emerge." But he's saying that we actually need to get in touch with the land and the land of which we belong. Ori brings to us today a great deal of wisdom and depth about spirituality, art and culture from a lifetime of exploration. If I went through the full detail, it'd probably occupy most of the time he has to deal with this. But let me give you just a couple of insights. He spent a lifetime wrestling with questions that resonate through the history of the human experience. He currently teaches theology, philosophy and art history at Georgetown University. He also has taught across diverse disciplines for many years at the Johns Hopkins University, Cleveland State University, Case Western Reserve University, Siegel College in Cleveland, and other colleges and universities. It's a great and distinguished history he brings to us. Before Ori begins his talk for us, I should acknowledge that we are very grateful to welcome you all here for Affinity, and we're delighted in particular to welcome Emery Chelik, who is also visiting from the United States and is president of the Rumi Forum, Julia Finn, the member for Granville. Julia, thank you for joining us, and Dr Elizabeth Coombs, the Privacy Commissioner of New South Wales. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being here. Without further ado, Emery Chelik. Sorry. Ori Soltes. Emery, we'll get to you later.